Okay, so 10 foods we can eat without worrying about putting on weight. Let's go. All right, so number 1, boiled potatoes. Now, contrary to popular belief, no carbs, starches, potatoes specifically, will not make you gain weight. In fact, the opposite is true, and more specifically, boiled potatoes. So boiled potatoes are high in their water content and have actually been deemed as one of the #1 satiating foods in the world to eat, making them an excellent food for weight loss. All right, so number 2, eggplant. In my opinion, eggplant is really underrated, mostly because a lot of people just don't know how to prepare it. And even myself, it took a while to kind of get it down pat. But eggplant is super great for weight loss because it's really low in calories and you can eat quite a bit of it. It's also excellent if you throw it in a salad, if you have some grilled eggplant, or even make its way into a sandwich. It can just really up the flavor in some of our favorite dishes. When we use these super low calorie density foods, such as eggplant, as fillers inside of our higher calorie dense meals, it actually will lower the overall calorie density of the meal, therefore helping you to lose weight without having to feel hungry. Okay, so number 3 is oatmeal. Oatmeal has been around forever with good reason. Oatmeal is very minimally processed when compared to our box cereals that we find in the aisles of our grocery stores. And it doubles or even triples its size once you cook it in the liquid, therefore allowing you to eat a lot more without having to add any extra calories. The other thing about oatmeal that's nice is that it has a pretty bland, mild taste to it, so it's easily manipulated. So if sweet isn't your thing, then definitely try savory oatmeal. I'm telling you, it will shock you. It's very, very delicious. And another thing, oatmeal is not just a breakfast food. I know that it's been kind of deemed as the breakfast food, but food is just food. You do not have to have it just for breakfast, which makes it an excellent meal. If you are on the go, you don't have a lot of time to throw something together, then, it takes less than 5 minutes to whip up on the stove and you have yourself a filling meal. Okay friends, we are going to get back to the video in just 1 second, but I just wanted to quickly interrupt just to wish all of my mothers out there a happy Mother's Day. And to celebrate this, all of my recipe weight loss ebooks are going to be on sale for 65% off. So if you're in need of some more oil-free recipes or oil-free sauces and dressings, which those are everything when it comes to eating a whole food, plant-based lifestyle. So if you haven't already grabbed a copy, the link to those books will be found in my description box below. Okay, so happy Mother's Day everyone, and back to the video. All right, so the 4th food on my list is tea. Well, technically not a food, a drink, but hey, we'll take it. So tea is just about the only other drink you can drink aside from water that you can sip on all day and you never have to worry about gaining weight. In fact, a lot of teas will actually do the opposite. It will help you with your weight loss, green tea being one of those. So me personally, I love having a tea. I find that teas are an amazing thing to turn to when, you're craving something a little bit sweet, or of course in the winter time, you're craving something on the warm side, but maybe you're just not ready to quite eat yet. A tea can just be a wonderful thing to, help you kind of get over a craving or just to enjoy as it is. So number 5 is homemade popcorn. Now the key word in there is homemade. So we're not talking about the oily popcorn, that we get at the movie theater, or even the microwave popcorn that we get at the stores. We're talking about homemade popcorn. So I actually have a really neat device that I got off of Amazon that helps me to make air popped popcorn with absolutely no oil, and I promise you this popcorn is always super fluffy. I find it tastes way better than the microwave popcorn, promise. So with that being said, it makes an excellent weight loss food because the volume is high and the calories are low. So, really, it doesn't get better than that. It's high fiber, low fat, and does a really good job at keeping you full. So don't let anyone tell you that you can't veg out sometimes, even when you're trying to lose weight. Okay, so number 6 is brothy soups. Sorry, cream soups, we're not talking about you on this one. Brothy soups only. So brothy soups have been known to actually be more filling than a solid meal. You could take the exact same ingredients and eat them as a solid meal and throw them into a soup, and the soup has been proven to keep you fuller. So that makes them excellent for weight loss because you're not going to be craving for anything more. You're going to walk away from your meal feeling nice and satiated, without having to reach for a second helping or reach for something else. So brothy soups are amazing for weight loss. Number 7 is kale. Now, this is one of my personal favorite greens to have. I just find that it's extremely versatile. I love having steamed kale as well as raw kale in salads. You can also make kale chips. You could just do so many things with kale. I love it. And I actually love the flavor. Oh, smoothies is another thing. I love putting kale inside smoothies. So kale is super low in calories. It is about 33 calories per cup of kale. So you can eat it in abundance without even having to think about it from a weight loss perspective. It is one of the most nutrient-dense greens, as well as being both high in fiber and protein. And something that's a little bit more recently being discovered with kale is that it has some pretty impressive strong omega-3 properties to it as well. So who would have thought? We all need a little bit more omega-3s in our diet. All right, so number 8 are beans. Beans. I love eating beans, and if you make them right, you will love them too. I'm a huge fan of making them in my Instant Pot. I literally cannot even do them out of the can anymore, but hey, that's just me. Canned beans are also perfectly fine, which even makes them that much more convenient if you do like canned beans. So beans are full of fiber, full of protein, and even though they're a little bit higher on the calorie density chart, they are still a very low calorie dense food. And the wonderful thing about beans is that you don't need to eat a lot in order to be full, and beans will keep you full for hours. To me, they're personally one of my favorite foods for keeping me satiated next to potatoes. So I'm definitely team beans over in this house. Not to mention, beans have been known to regulate blood sugars, which when it comes to weight loss, that is everything. Most of us are trying to get our blood sugars a little bit better, so eating beans is an excellent way to do so. My 9th food on the list are lentils. They had to make the list somewhere as well, right next to beans, their cousin. So lentils, very much like beans, are full of fiber, full of protein, and also will keep you full for a very, very long time. They also cook really fast, so that's maybe one up on beans, because beans can take a long time to cook if you're making them from scratch and not using an Instant Pot, because they're pretty quick in there too. But lentils can be whipped up fairly easy as well. They're pretty versatile. They can be used in soups, they can be eaten alone, or even thrown in salads. And the nice thing about lentils is that they expand in your stomach, helping to keep you full. And that is key when we are trying to lose weight. So number 10 on my list is a non-starchy favorite of mine, and that is cauliflower. Coming in at approximately only 25 calories per cup, which means you can eat a ton of it and never have to worry about it. Now, the thing I love about cauliflower, and one of the reasons why it made my list, is because it is such an excellent filler food. Now, don't get me wrong, I love eating cauliflower on its own. I love it raw, I love it steamed. I mean, I just love cauliflower. But it can be manipulated in so many different ways from a culinary perspective that it just makes it one of those really incredible foods to work with. So cauliflower can be chopped up into cauliflower rice. It can even be purchased that way now pretty easily at the grocery stores. So if you wanted to reduce that overall calorie density of a meal, let's take rice or oatmeal, for example, you can just, cut the rice or oatmeal in half and fill the other half with that cauliflower. So therefore you're still getting that volume without all those extra calories. So it really makes as an excellent filler food as well as a standalone food. It has lots of nutrients, full of fiber, low in fat, and there's about a gazillion recipes that you can find using cauliflower, and I'm pretty sure I have a few of them of my own. So that is my list for today. Those are the 10 foods you can eat without having to worry at all about gaining weight. So if you liked today's video, please give it a big thumbs up for me. And of course, if you're not subscribed to my channel and you like health and weight loss content following a whole food plant-based diet, then I would love to have you stick around. So be sure to hit that subscribe button on your way out. If you missed my last video where I whipped together a 400 calorie balance bowl, which is amazing, then I will have that posted in my description box below. So be sure to check that one out. All right, everyone, thanks so much for watching. Happy Mother's Day. Don't forget to take advantage of that special. Link is in my description box below. We will see you all in the next one.